All right, so we're diving deep today into, well, the depths of Sea of Love.
Not the movie, though.
Oh, right, definitely not the movie this time. We're talking lyrics, the
Like,
words themselves. Because yeah, sometimes a song, it's like, it, it's deeper than you think, right?
okay.
Like there's this whole emotional philosophy hidden in there just waiting to be unpacked.
Absolutely.
And Sea of Love, well, this one, it really pulls you under.
It does. And I think what gets me every time is how that sea of love, it's not just some, poetic image. It's doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, think about the ocean itself, right? It can be beautiful, powerful even, but it can be incredibly overwhelming and dangerous too.
Yeah, no kidding.
And that duality, that kind of push and pull between, I don't know, like allure and danger, I think that's really at the heart of what makes this song so emotionally powerful. What do you think?
Totally. It's right there from the start. Those lines about uh, lips whispered danger and fire in the water. Doesn't exactly sound like your typical, lovey-dovey, happily ever after kind of love song.
Nope, not at all. And that's where things get interesting, when we start to connect this back to the bigger picture, that push and pull between desire and danger almost makes you think of like Hume.
You, like Carl Jung, the psychologist.
Exactly. His whole idea about the animanimus, that unconscious feminine or masculine energy that we're all drawn to, it can be both, incredibly alluring, but also kind of threatening at the same time. It's like the protagonist in the song is recognizing that power, that risk, but can't help being drawn to it anyway.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. I see what you mean. And it's not just a feeling either, right? I mean, even the words, the verbs the song uses, words like caught or diving in, they all kind of reinforce that idea, that almost addictive quality to the love they're describing.
Right. It's like they know they should walk away. The song even says that, right? But the pull is just, it's too strong.
It is. And I think that's something a lot of people can relate to too, right? That feeling of being torn between what you know you should do and what your heart is telling you to do.
Absolutely. We've all been there, haven't we? That tug of war between your head and your heart.
Ugh, yeah. And in Sea of Love, that whole tension, it just explodes in the bridge, doesn't it? Suddenly it goes from this feeling of being swept away by love to like a matter of life and death, you know? Like,
Yeah.
is this salvation or are you going to say goodbye?
Right. The stakes just get so much higher. It's almost like the protagonist is reaching their breaking point. They're fully surrendering to this love, saying, in your ocean, I'll drown. No matter what happens. Like they're ready to accept whatever comes, even if it means, well, losing themselves completely.
Which makes that ending even more, well, I don't know, more powerful.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really give us a clear answer, does it? I mean, we're just left wondering, did they ground? Did they find a way to, navigate those waters?
And that ambiguity is key, I think, because it reflects the uncertainty of real life love, especially those really intense, passionate relationships, right? You take the plunge, but there are no guarantees. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's that open-endedness, I think, that really stays with you long after the song's over. It makes you think.
So basically what we're saying is Sea of Love, it's not just a catchy tune.
Yeah, definitely not.
It's more like it's like a deep dive into the, well, the intoxicating and potentially destructive nature of passionate love.
It really makes you question, doesn't it? Like, is that risk of getting lost? Is it ever really worth taking that dive?
Exactly. And I guess, that's the question we're left with. Is love this force that saves us, or is it the thing that ultimately consumes us? Hmm.
Something to think about.
Yeah, definitely something to think about.